Yo, my people, welcome back to the channel. With the man them today, and we're talking some real business today. We're gonna chat about the preview to the Olympiacos game, and we're gonna touch a little bit on the past game with Burnley, man. Saturday's performance and result wasn't great, but yeah, man, fuck it, we move in it. You, man, introduce yourself, innit?
Yes, people. Big Stricto. You already know, big Gooner. As always, come on, you Arsenal.
This guy.
Yeah. Yes, Meter. Big Arsenal fan. Ready here now to have a big conversation in regards to Arsenal's chances in the Europa League, and let's see what happens on Thursday.
Yeah, man, but we're just gonna vibe, innit? We're just gonna reason, chat about the game and that, you get me? But yeah, so what you man thinking about the Burnley game? What you man's thoughts on that?
Boy, that for me, it was a missed opportunity, bro. Like, as you can see, like the teams around us, even the teams above us, like Liverpool, the Tottenhams, like everyone's dropping points, you know, and it's critical at a time like this that we capitalize. You know what I'm saying? We might not get top four, but I feel like the higher up we go up the table, you know, it does a lot for our Europa League season as well, you know, if you're in form, you know, but we didn't take our chances, which has been the what can I say? It's been what we've been doing all season, basically not taking our chances. Like we get ourselves up to the stage where we can do something, and then when it's time to really roll your sleeves up and get down to business, we flop, we bottle it. So yeah, that game was annoying for me, man, because we had them on smash. Like Burnley, like I said, Burnley had no business in that game whatsoever. And we opened up, gave them a chance, and then put ourselves on the back foot.
You know what thing I was getting me though, yeah, about that game? I heard a lot of man after the game, they're chatting about everyone was blaming Leno. Not everyone, but certain men were blaming Leno, saying it's Leno's fault and that he should have went long, and if it goes long, that mistake doesn't happen. Like, is that how you want man to play ball? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
And this is the thing, like, if you look at how Arteta is trying to set up the team, like he's trying to do the ball from the back, similar to what City does, you know. But in that situation there, I think it's easy to blame Leno because you can see Leno can see the game, right? But he's trusting Xhaka. Yeah. He's trusting his midfielder. And I remember, yeah, the ball wasn't intercepted from Xhaka. Xhaka had control of the ball.
Yeah.
When Leno gave him the ball, he could have done anything.
Yeah.
He could have booted it, hit the crossbar. He could have done anything. You know what I'm saying? But he done what he did. Like, and he wanted the ball. He wanted to get the ball. I appreciate that he wanted to hold the ball and retain the ball. But I think there's times where in that 6-yard area, you don't take risks like that.
Yeah,
like, that goal was a stupid goal. That goal was a stupid goal. Like,
I think that was my thing, yeah. Because I was saying, yeah, basically, when the ball came to him, yeah, all he has to do is swing the right, innit? Just swing the right foot, and it's a simple pass. Man ain't asking him to drill it low with your right foot or bend it around some mad corner. Like, it's a simple, just a pass outside.
You could have just clipped it. You could have just clipped it.
The thing is, yeah, if you watch it, yeah, he didn't even need to clip it at first because there was a space just to make the pass. His first touch, when that closed the angle, that then meant that he had to do a clip. Does that make sense? Because Wood was there.
I swear he tried to clip it with his right foot as well.
Yeah, he did. That's what I'm trying to say.
Liberties, bruv. He's taking liberties, fam.
Oh, man, never swings his right foot, bro.
And this is the thing, yeah. This is the thing when I say to you, React, yeah. Time and time again, yeah, we get us. Remember, was it last season or the season before, where it was playing Crystal Palace, and we get ourselves in positions to make good, you know, good run-ins, and it's always the same guys this time of the year, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that time Xhaka gave away that penalty at Emirates against Palace, or was it?
Yeah. No, I know you're talking about against Brighton.
Brighton.
Yeah,
it was against Brighton. And it's the same guy. Like, it's always the same guy. Yes, he's been playing good. And I keep saying, you give the man his flowers if he's playing good. But, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah,
that was solely his fault. that was solely his fault because, bro, people can say, oh yeah, Pepe should have scored, Saka should have scored, and yes, they should have scored, yeah. But at the end of the day, we could still won that game 1-0 without that error. We could still won that game 1-0 without that error.
Yeah, no, real talk, serious. Yeah, but my thing is now, I'm just hoping that obviously since that game is done now, the morale doesn't drop too low going into this Thursday game. You get me? Because this is our make or break. This is our season.
Aubameyang looked vexed when he was coming off the pitch. So he was fuming. But you know what it is to me with that Burnley game, yeah? It sums us up. Like, even when I was just watching Olympiacos earlier on, the Olympiacos game last season, it's the same stuff. Missing a bag of chances, doing foolishness. I would say in that game, if I remember correctly, we didn't give them goals. Well, nah. Tell a lie. We was there at the game. Their winner was, what was Leno? Remember Leno just started doing foolishness and they kicked out to a corner.
Yeah.
And we all sat there and thought, you know what? Something mad's gonna happen now. They kept the ball alive. The back line, they try to push up the line. The balls come in, and man's basically whatever the Alabi guy or whatever you call him, got his foot on the end of it and it's gone in. And bruv, and you know what is Arteta? His Arsenal have too many of those moments. Someone doing foolishness and we get punished. His Arsenal, that's how he loses most of his games, if I'm honest. You know that?
Yeah, no, sure.
Yeah.
And
one of my or he gets a bad draw. And one of my things is with Arteta, I think his man management is poor, and because certain men get away with absolute murder, and other men get thrown under the bus for 25% of what a next man's done. You see what I mean, innit?
Yeah.
And it's like,
who you got in mind? Like, who you saying?
Xhaka's one of them. Bellerin's another. I say Xhaka, Bellerin, they're the two obvious ones, yeah?
Yeah. Even Willian gets away with a bit as well.
Yeah, and Willian as well. Willian does as well.
This is gonna sound mad. Alba's there as well sometimes.
Yeah, but you know what it is? The only reason why I allow him is because I have strong thoughts about him. I think React has the same. But what it is that because he's captain and he slaps goals, well, last season he slapped, regardless of whether he had a first touch like he was wearing Dr. Martens or not. He was slapping bare goals. So he's got money in the bank, as they say. You know the ones
he's got credit. He's got credit.
Yeah, he's got credit.
Hella credit.
Yeah,
credit can done, you know.
Experience scores high. You know the ones experience scores very high. But the thing is, my issue is with that is like this year he hasn't been that guy, and I feel like Lacazette's held his own, but he just gets overlooked. And the way that Arteta actually wants to play with the short passing, quick movement, Laka's actually more suitable for that than Aubameyang. The Aubameyang's hold-up play, bro, he's like a poltergeist certain times when he's up front. You even know he's there.
Let's go sprint.
Yeah.
Go sprint, bro.
So, yeah.
He's there in spirit. He's there in spirit.
Swayze, fam. Swayze, you know the ones there, Ghost. Certain times, bro, it's like that's what he is, and like I feel like the last 6-7 weeks, Pepe has been all you can ask for. Like before, I'm a big fan of Pepe, and you lot used to give me stick about it as well.
No. I'm a big fan of Pepe.
This guy.
You know what it is. Like, we're not going to get into that. But what I'm saying is, the last 6 weeks, other than the Villa game when the whole team was poor, every game he's showing us stuff. Every game he's creating chances. Every game he's getting his shot off. Every game he's creating uncertainty on the opposition's backline.
Yeah.
Willian plays well once in 6 months, and now he starts. It just doesn't make any sense. Like that game to me was like Pepe played well, Willian played well. But Pepe, you know what? You've been playing well for the last 6 weeks. But instead, I could have told you Willian was going to start instead of Pepe, even though he doesn't deserve. I could have told you that if only one of them starting, it ain't going to be Pepe. You see what I mean? And the thing why it is, I know Willian might have things in his contract that says he might need a certain amount of appearances or whatever, yeah? But he's had a lot of appearances this season. How many's in his contract? He's come on the games.
He's had a lot of games, bro.
And not only that, see when it comes to Pepe, he's about 8 years younger than him. You paid mad money for him. And if you actually look at his track record when he joins clubs, yeah, he doesn't perform until the second or third season. It's the same. When he was at Lille, that first year at Lille, he was dead as well. It's not until the second, third season he's on smoke. And he's quite a shy character. So he needs to find himself. And I think the players are starting to believe in him as well. And he looks a lot more happier. I just don't understand why Arteta is putting Willian over Pepe when Pepe's the big investment. And he's 8 years younger. And
Pepe, Willian has... Only thing I'll say Pepe, I still think that, because remember, when he was at Lille, his best season came when he was playing as a striker, you know that? Like, he got all his goals as a two, innit? You get me? So the fact now he's on the right, I think he's having to learn his trade. Like, he's having to learn his trade now. So he's playing on the right and he has to learn. But
He's that winger now. He's literally
now he's just a winger.
But you know what it is as well? Arsenal don't play like Lille. Lille would play on the break. And he would break a lot of the time, dazzling and that. See now, Arsenal play this ball retention game, if we want to call it that. And you know what it reminds me of? You know when you play someone at FIFA and they're dead, and they just keep passing and passing and passing, but they never look like scoring.
Score a goal,
I think they're running the game and they lose 3-0. It reminds me of that, basically. It's like it's all in the mind. It's Doctor Strange at this point. It's all in the mind, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I can't even identify our style of play, if I'm being honest with you. I couldn't tell you what, because it just changes, bro. Like it's not a consistent, style. I couldn't really pick out to say, yo, this is how, like you see with certain teams, you kind of know like their style of play, like for example with with United, for example, with Tottenham, for example, Tottenham is gonna sit back and try to hit on the counter. They're not really interested in having the ball. I don't really know what our style is. Like,
I think Arteta wants to have the ball in it, but I don't think he's got the players to play exactly how he wants to play right now. I think that will come in time, but he's still trying. Like right now, he's trying to implement the methods and his philosophy from now, just so that whoever he buys knows that they're coming into a team that's got a philosophy and a system in it. Like, he's trying to instill a system right now. Does that make sense? But the reason why it doesn't work because our players aren't good enough.
I get that, but I get that, but like he's set up sometimes. Like, listen, you know me already. I've been Arteta out from a minute. However, like, he's bought my time. Do you understand? I'm willing to give him time because I can kind of see what he's trying to do. Not in terms of the style, but I can see, like, all right, cool. You've won the FA Cup. Like, you're giving youth a chance and that kind of stuff. Like, I'm behind that. But in terms of like the style, like, it just varies from game to game. Do you know what I mean? And I think we concentrate more on the opposition's strength than we do ours.
You know what? You know what I'd say though, and this happens to Pep as well. If you look at the way that Pep sets his team up, the reason why it's like those type of managers, they're too clever for their own good. Like, they're so focused on strategy and all of that and tactics, which is obviously it gets you results. But if you look at Man City, the minute that it doesn't all click, which is rare because they actually have the players to do so, they lose.
Yeah,
Like,
no plan B. The plan B isn't as strong.
and it's likely they'll lose. And that's why, you know what it is? The reason why they execute their plan so well in the Prem is because basically 90% of the teams are scared of them. Yeah. When they go to Europe, no one knows business about Man City. You know, no one don't care about them. So that's why when he sets his team up a certain way, he'll go to Lyon and get licked down. He should not be losing to Lyon. You see what I mean? When you look at some of the teams that he plays against in the Prem, he shouldn't be losing to Lyon. But it's the respect that Man City have in the Prem why they win most of their games. But what I'm saying with Arteta, you don't have that respect. And you're trying to play this type of football and rare. And then you got man that just basically give the ball away all the time. Like, you know when we played Leicester, Iniacho and Xhaka kept bucking heads, basically, yeah? I don't know if you noticed that. There was a lot of fouls between the both of them, yeah? It's because Brendan Rodgers has said to him, you're playing off Vardy today. He's the clown in that midfield. Go and nick the ball off him.
That's real talk.
But Xhaka played well in that game. But the ball still got nicked off him and they scored. He's coming from me. So it's like, this is what I'm saying, bro. You get rid of Mustafi, but you still got Xhaka, bro. And you got that degrees. So if Xhaka plays...
And you got rid of Maitland-Niles, bro. And you got rid of Maitland-Niles. When I can tell you right now, yeah, like, he's probably one of our better right-backs, and he's not even a right-back.
But you know what's mad about... I'll take Suarez over Niles. But you know one thing I would say, though, yeah, is when I look at our team to compare last year, he's weakened our squad. Oh, Torreira and Guendouzi, we're not built like that to have these men just all shit all over the place, and then our midfield is Ceballos and El Neni. You see what I mean, innit? With Partey and Xhaka. We're not built like that, so I don't know what he's on. And it's like, and then you don't have money like that to say, okay, you know what, I'm getting rid of my man and I'm gonna bring in another youngster that's levels. You don't have peas like that, so I don't know what's going on, bro.
I think that was partly to get certain man off the wage bill, wasn't it? Obviously, the Torreira thing. Obviously, Torreira was a bit unhappy as well. Remember, he was getting linked with Serie A, but I think they wanted to get him off the wage bill. Hence why they got rid of, like, obviously Özil and Socrates, Mustafi. All these men had to get off the wage to bring the next man in. So I think that's why Torreira.
He costs 20-something mil, so, and he ain't a market.
He's not.
But Torreira made way for Partey in the deal.
No, man, that was separate. Remember, because we done a little dirty on Atletico. We just got Partey
the thingy advanced via the clause.
Yeah.
We didn't even have to chat to him. We didn't even have to chat to Atletico because we triggered the clause. It's a straight conversation with my man. Yeah, that's how Spain works, and that's why they were
you basically pay La Liga. You pay La Liga the fee, and then that gives you the right to then talk to the player. You get it? So I'm saying, so the whole Torreira was a separate deal. But I think we let go just to get him the wage bill. You get me? But I hear what Meter's saying in terms of we're not that club. We don't have the options to be able to let a man like Torreira go. Not that Torreira is the next best thing, but we got El Neni, Ceballos, Xhaka, and Partey. That's our only options. And this is why I was saying to you the other day, Meter, that the reason why Xhaka plays so much and he's like a mainstay in the midfield is because managers like players that they can trust and that are reliable, not like in possession or like on the pitch, but in terms of their fit all the time, availability to be able to play in it. Xhaka doesn't get injured, bro. As much as Donny don't get injured, because you get me. So that's why he goes with
He's a company man as well. He's a company man. You know, he's that man that will, if he was working a 9 to 5, he'll cut the fruit up before everyone gets into work. And leave it up he's a company man, fam. I can see him out there training. Man's not even part of the coaching staff. He's got bibs and that and laying down cones. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's
Yeah. But now we need like Meter said, bro. We're not that club, bro, to be letting. At the end of the day, Torreira is a top player.
I'm not upset. I'm more upset with Guendouzi than I'm over Torreira. To be real.
No. I'm upset with both of them. I'm upset with both of them.
Players and El Neni and Ceballos.
I'm upset with both of them because Torreira, bro, when Torreira was leaving, he could have gone to a number of top clubs, bro. Bayern wanted him, but they weren't willing to pay. They weren't willing to pay the. Bro, you could have gone to a number of. You can't let a man. You can't treat a man like Torreira like his name's Willock. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't treat him that way. Like you got to at least find a way to integrate him into your plan. Do you get it?
Yeah.
But he wasn't happy and he needed to play football, I guess. So I get it in that sense. But like Meter said, bro, we're not that club, bro. Like he's not. When it comes to loaning out players, yeah, he's not the one I would even think of. Do you get it? Like he does. There's a million more men that have to go out on loan. Reece Nelson.
Oh, he's still there. He's sitting, fam. He's cutting oranges with Xhaka, fam. You know the ones that he's cutting oranges with Xhaka.
Yeah, bro. Callum Chambers. Like, I'm not having him. I'm not having that guy, bro.
No, I hear you. But if I'm being real, yeah, he come in the other day and he looked alright still. Like he done alright against Burnley. Keep it real. Keep it alright,
man. You've been, bro.
You know what? You're forgetting.
He's the longest serving player. Yeah, him and Bellerin. Yeah, he's one of the longest serving players at the club. Yeah, and this guy hasn't broken through in about 6-7 years at Arsenal. I'm tired of him. Huh?
He's had some bad injuries though, man.
Yeah, he's had big injuries.
All right. Granted, he's had the injuries, yeah, and I think he only had one season at Arsenal where I thought, you know what, yeah, he's all right. But after that, even when he hadn't had the injury this time, he just lackadaisical, bro.
Yeah, no, I hate it. But when I actually bun out Chambers, yeah, was when back in the day we played Swansea, bro, and he was right back.
Montero.
Ripped him.
Yeah, but you know what it is though. You see when before he got injured, even the Chelsea game that he got injured, he was playing really well in that game before Mustafi came on, and you mentioned that he thought he was Maldini. Chambers played well in that game, you know, before he got injured. Yeah. But you know what it is at Chambers? Chambers is a good footballer. Like when I've been to the games and I watch him warm up, he's actually a very good footballer.
Yeah, like technically.
Yeah, technically he's a very good footballer. But you see, when he plays, I thought to myself, when I saw Chambers, I was like, okay, maybe you're playing Chambers because I also know Chambers is good in the air. So you played 3 big men that can header, and Tierney, you know what you get with Tierney. You see what I mean, innit? So it's like you can't play the back post header, back post cross, and header against Chambers because he's good in the air. And he's technically good on the floor, yeah? So I said, okay, cool, I get it. But then, so what? You dropped Cedric. So why? I
don't trust him defensively.
I don't think he said it.
He didn't play poorly though. He didn't play poorly, and then
I don't trust him defense. You see Chambers, yeah. I know when Chambers plays, yeah. I know what kind of player is going to give him a problem.
Yeah,
if a man's quick, a man's got techers, yeah. What game was we playing in Europa? I think it was the game when I think Welbeck got injured in that game. I think Welbeck came back and got injured, and I remember I think we was playing one of them French teams. I can't remember who it was. He was giving Chambers problems. Like a man was just a basic, not the ball around him, get around the other side of him. And I'm just like, bro, read the position then. Like if you can't engage with him, read the position. Like read what he's been doing. He's been doing this 10 times to you. Read what. Come on. I'll be honest. I don't rate him. I'll be honest. I don't.
My thing is this.
I can admit, he's got techers. I can admit he's good in the air and all of that and all of this. But injuries aside, bro, he hasn't cemented a spot in the team in 7 years. And there's a reason for that. And it's not just injuries. Like Meter was saying just now, the manager's gonna trust a man who don't get injured, who's always fit. And that's another thing. He's never fit. He's never and then when he does come back, he does have all right games, but after a while, that's all it is. It's just all right games, and that's you got to just say to yourself, all right, you know what? You've been there this long. Your injury record ain't really good. You haven't really cemented a spot in the team that well. Like, time to move on.
I thought we were trying to move him on, and that's why you remember he went on loan. He was on loan to Fulham, and he got Player of the Year, and then he went on loan to.
Bro, that's like being a bro. He's at Fulham, bro. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean nothing, bro. Like, he's at a relegated team as well, bro. Like bro, that's his standard. That's his standard. Player of the season at Fulham. A relegated Fulham.
Yeah, I hear you, but not. Yeah, I hear you, but my thing is this year, in terms of a right back here for our club, I don't want to see Bella in there full stop in it. So in terms of the
bro, I'm rather see Suarez. I don't think I've got another season of him again, bro.
And if Suarez ain't fit, then from what I saw from Chambers the other day, Chambers was trying to take on his man a couple of times. When he got up, he got his head up, put in a couple of good little crosses, and he was a better outlet going forward than I've seen of Bellerin. You get me? So as an option for right back, I'd rather see him as the second.
I'd rather see Maitland-Niles. That's what I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying, but obviously Niles ain't here in it. So I'm saying right now, going forward, you get me? I'd rather see, but it was weird because Cedric kind of got dropped. I don't know if he was injured. Nothing.
He didn't. Arteta said he's resting him. Arteta's shouting rubbish, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
The don't play. What are you resting?
No, but that's the thing. He's thinking we should take care of business in that game. That game we should. It should have. I think he was resting him because as far as he's concerned, man's got Olympiacos. Let me rest this guy because I think he's gonna start him against Olympiacos. You get it? But how the game kind of turned out, you're like, raw. Yeah, you got the nerve to be resting him. Do you know what I'm saying? But that game should have gone how it went, bro. Simple as that.
But you know what it is? One thing I would say though, is obviously we touched down on Chambers. Chambers weren't the reason why we lost.
No, far from.
And the thing is, the type of winger that you're speaking of, we weren't playing against that winger, so that's another reason why I think we started. And they were gonna clip balls to the back post and stuff. Chambers ain't having that, and he was cool. But I know what you're saying though. Moving forward, you wouldn't want him as your full time right back. But again, this is Arsenal, bro. Like, this is Arsenal, fam. And you know, one thing I would say is that I don't care. I know React might differ, but that team that we've got shouldn't be 10th, bro. Shouldn't be 10th, bro. Not comfortably 10th. We've been rooted 10th for months, bro. You know, like every time we win a game, we go 9th, and then when everyone else is playing, we go back to 10th bro. We've been sitting there for about 3 months, bro. You know that?
Yeah,
they are 10th, bro, and there's a reason for it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the table
don't lie. The table don't lie. Like you said, bro. 3 months.
But then let me ask you something. The reason why we're 10th is because we got players that are wishy-washy. Like, they're not good, they're not great technically, they don't work hard, like they're not industrial, like they're just basic at everything. So what happens is, and hear me out, now Moyes can get his West Ham team to be floating around Champions League positions because they might not be technically great, but he knows that Lingard, Antonio, all these type of men, they're gonna put in a job. They're gonna put in
they're industrious, bro.
They're industrial. They're gonna do a job for him. They're gonna put in work. See what I mean? If Moyes had our Arsenal team, we'd be 10th. If Arteta had West Ham's team and tried to play the ball that we're trying to play, they would be 10th. Like, what I'm trying to say is, Arsenal are some no man lands, Pluto, Mars, Saturn, you know, their type of team, but they're just wishy-washy, bro, across the board. Like Bellerin, joke, man, fam. Bro,
I can't stomach him, bro.
Bro, I've got COVID weight and I'd run past him. He needs to eat some meat, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, this is not even meat, bro. I don't know what goes up, bro. How can you be a right back for so long? And the joke is, yeah, He wasn't even a right back to begin with. I can't even imagine this guy in any other position.
He was a
Like, he used to
winger,
be in
really.
midfield. He used to be in midfield, apparently. Like, can you imagine that, bro? The guy, he's got no, for his age, yeah, bro, got no, like, he's not agile, no flex. His body just shaped to pass it sideways, bro. Like, he literally can't do this, bro. I don't, for such a little man as well, bro. I don't get it, bro. Like,
What killed him was his injury, fam. That's what killed him. Because remember, when he first burst onto the scene, he was that little quick right back. Remember, because we had Debussy at the time, innit? And Debussy was moving mad. And then Bellerin come in, and he was like a breath of fresh air because he was that attacking right back, bare pace, going forward. And then what happened to him, he got injured, and he lost that yard of pace. Remember, he was never ever great defensively, but he had a good recovery. He had a good recovery, you get me? So, but now he's lost that recovery. Now he's useless because he was never ever great defensively. And going forward, you're not good. Like
he's got no IQ. He's got no footballing IQ. There's no IQ.
Like, for someone that eats well, eats better than basically like 90% of the world, fam, he's got no, fam. The Donny's lazy, fam. All them plants that man's yamming, man should have that natural.
There's a couple man that are vegans, bro. There are bare ballers that are vegans, bro. Like you can ball and be a vegan, bro.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, based on him being, I'm telling you what I'm saying to you, all them plants that man's boxing, yeah, fam, the Donny's lazy, fam. Man should be feeling light as a feather. Man don't run past his shoulder, fam.
Because the brain ain't there, yeah, the body ain't there.
And I see him get roughed up. Any type of winger can rough him up and dust past him. Fam, I just tell him to move, fam. And he can't cross for love or money, bro.
Can't cross. That's the one I don't get.
And he used to be a winger. I don't know what at Barcelona as well. Flipping it, bro.
Touching back onto Thursday's game, obviously the Europa League, Olympiacos. Yeah, obviously last year when we played them, I was looking at the squad for the first game earlier on today, bro. Do you know we played Socrates right back, Mustafi centre back. I think Willock played him started in midfield with Guendouzi. Like, so if you look at that team from last year in that game, and look at our team we got now, I feel like obviously we're not. I think we're in a better place in terms of we're 1 year under Arteta now, and the players kind of understand what he wants to do a bit better now. And I also think that the personnel should be a lot stronger than last year as well. What do you mean?
I agree. Like you know, like you said, Willock was starting. If Willock was here today, would he get in the team? I don't think so. Right back situation, like you said, Socrates was playing right back. Yeah. If Socrates was here today, would he even get in there? I don't think so. Midfield, you got Partey shoes in. Do you know what I'm saying? Pepe has actually improved.
Do you think he'll start? Do you think he'll start?
He's got to start. He's got to start, man. He's got to start. And then you look at like Saka. He's kept the same levels. I think he's even increased. I think that was his break. That wasn't his break.
Remember last year against Olympiacos, Saka was playing left back.
He was playing He was playing left back. So
last year he didn't evolve yet. You get me? He didn't.
Right. So obviously now we've got Teeny now. Do you get it? Like I think the team has improved. The team has improved, but the same old thing's still there, bro. Like that choking, that gag reflex, bro. I'll just call it that, bro. We just on some choking thing because we should beat Olympiacos.
Yeah.
The team that we've got now, even the team we had then, we should have beat Olympiacos. But for some reason, we underestimated them because that game, if I remember the game away, they actually were having chances, bro.
They had a couple. They
were clear cuts.
Yeah, good ones. So,
do you know what I'm saying? Like, but our midfield then, the belly was so soft.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I think going forward in this game, I think that's a big improvement that we've had over the last year. The midfield's a lot tougher, a lot more creative, a lot more quicker. You know, the one touches, the one obviously with Emil Smith Rowe, whether he's gonna, is he still injured?
I don't even know. He might be.
But
I heard he might be back in training, but I don't know if he can make it for Thursday.
Right. But even that alone, it makes a big difference. You know what I'm saying? And you got Saka obviously playing more offensively than he did last year. Like we should beat Olympiacos. Like we've improved in a lot of areas, but again, I think like what Mita was saying earlier, we are wasteful. Like we are very wasteful, and we're not a team that can afford to be wasteful because our defense is so soft sometimes. So whatever chance
we've got a great defensive record, you know.
Now we've got a great defensive record, but doesn't mean we're not get breached. We get breached all the time. Easily,
you know what it is though? With our record, it is good. But then when you look at the type of goals we concede, it doesn't even matter if it's good.
Because
I
think that's
because the goals that we concede, it don't matter, bruv. Because if you actually check half of the goals we concede,
self-inflicted.
If they were as sloppy, our defensive record would be immense, bruv.
Yeah.
Because we do things like pass the ball to man, like it's FIFA. You know what I mean? Isn't it? Like, it's like man's playing a computer game. Some of the things I see are like I don't see Sunday League footballers do that. You see what I mean? Isn't it? I don't see Sunday League players do what Xhaka did the other day. I don't.
And what Ceballos done against
Benfica.
Like, it's mad, bro. You can't legislate. But these things happen every other game, bro.
Yeah, no, it's true, and I think that's what's killing us more than because it's very rare that you see teams carve us open and
they carve us, bro. Bro, they
might do that, but they don't score. Like a lot of our goals don't come from that. A lot of our goals come from either set pieces, like corners or free kick, a weldy, or it's a mistake, it's an error from us.
I think Leno's got a lot to play. Like I think Leno is probably one of the main reasons why we don't concede as much goals, bro. But sometimes like we're just so not street smart enough. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, but we're here, you know, we should win the game. Like we should win the tie overall. Do you understand? Over 2 legs, we should be able to have, you know what I'm saying, to beat them over 2 legs, like win the tie.
So do you think we should go through?
Bro, thinking and reality of this team, bro, you just never know. Like,
what do you predict then? What do you predict personally?
What I hope, maybe a 2-1 away, and then like a 2-0 at home, like a 4-1 aggregate. That's what I hope.
You're gonna have to cut open a fortune cookie for that one still.
And you know the thing is when you don't expect them to go madness is when they do it.
But you know one thing I would say, what about you?
What are you saying? What are you saying? What's your predicted scores?
Well, all I know is every time man asked Arsenal to give us revenge, like from this season, they failed, bruv.
Yeah.
They failed miserably. Wolves, failure. Villa, failure. Burnley, failure. Like, I think this could be the next one. I support Arsenal. I love them. I want them to win. But you know what? I know the Arsenal fate, and I know the tricks and the flaws with Arsenal. Socrates plays for Olympiacos, and usually he mostly scored a winning header or something. Bro. This is
you ain't scored yet this season.
He'll get the away goal. That means we have to go and score 2 or something, and then we're out. Yeah. I know the script of Arsenal, you know, fam.
Well,
Arsenal are actually in the footballing matrix, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? Yeah, I don't think Olympiacos have got enough quality to really hurt us. Like from last year, what I see, their team is very, very average, bro. And this year they haven't really improved. If anything, they got weaker because that one of their wingers, that Podence guy, he's gone to Wolves now, and it was one of their threats. That I don't see that.
He's a baller, by the way.
Yeah, he's a very good footballer. But you know what it is at Arsenal? You don't have to be, because Xhaka will have one of those moments, and if it ain't Xhaka, then David Luiz might have a mad moment. Like, you don't need to be good to beat Arsenal. You just stay in the game, and you've got a chance.
I just hope Arteta really gets across to these guys. Well, the players know already. This is how important this match is, because this is like our last chance back into any kind of Champions League football. And basically, you can write off the league, innit? Because the league, wherever we finish now, isn't going to be great anyway. So I think this game is so big, yeah. I think the boys are going to turn up. I'm not going to lie to you, because I think that, the Olympiacos ain't got the quality to open us up. They're going to be fearful of us. It will be a very similar game to the Benfica game. Because Benfica, when you check it, all their goals, we gave them, bro. You get me? Even at the first leg, that penalty, we gave them the penalty. You get me? Second leg, Ceballos does the back header.
I remember the free kick. Ceballos fouled my man when he didn't need to foul him there.
That's what I'm trying to say. So we give them all the goals. You get me? Like, and I think it's going to be a very similar pattern in this game. You get me? Because if anything, I think Benfica are better individuals than Olympiacos. So I'm confident, man. So what are you man saying about starting 11? Like, who would you want to see start this game?
Me, you want to go first, or shall I go first?
You go first. I'm still pondering.
Obviously, Leno in goal. Centre backs. Woo! It's tough, the centre backs. Gabriel. Luis. Tini on the left. And Cedric on the right.
Yeah.
In midfield, that's gonna sound mad, bro. It's gonna sound mad. El Neni and Partey.
This guy loves El Neni, Loves him,
bro. He doesn't do anything wrong, bro. He does it well. He does average things very well, bro. And then forward, up on the left, Odegaard. Saka on the right, and Laka.
Okay.
So is that 4-2-3-1?
Yeah. 4-2-3-1. Mia, what are you saying?
I'm gonna stick to the same formation as S. Leno in goal. Tierney left back. Now the centre back thing for me, I'll go with Louise and Gabriel. But if I'm honest, I would want to play Mari and Gabriel. But I wouldn't do that for this game. But I would want to test that out. But I wouldn't do that for this game because they've never played together. Yeah.
Because I think they're both left-footed, didn't it?
Yeah, but I don't care about all that because two right-footed men play in the same team.
Yeah.
He's left-footed, so he's got that left-footed bias.
And you know what it is? Our right-footed defenders aren't our best defenders, so that's why I'm saying. And then right back, I'll play Cedric. In the middle now. Thomas. Bro, you might as well just play Thomas and basically a blade of grass next to him. You know what I'm saying? The rest of them are dead, fam. And then, what's it called? Yeah, that next one, literally, fam. That was hard, fam. You know what I'm saying? That was hard, bro. You know what it is? Ceballos, yeah? Like, other than that mistake against Benfica, I have never really seen him do a madness like that. But I see Xhaka do a madness all the time, bro. So it's got to either be Ceballos or El Neni, yeah? Will we have a lot of the ball? I think we will. So I'll say Ceballos then, yeah? So, all right, so Ceballos. And for me, I think Ceballos is a lot better defensively than he gets credit for. He wins the ball a lot of interceptions. He just doesn't give. I think sometimes he don't give it quick enough, innit? But I think we'll have the ball a lot. So I'll say Ceballos and Thomas. Then in the number 10 position, I'll play Erdegaard. Yeah. Then on the right, I'll play.
The right side's techie, you know.
You know why the right side's techie? Because you see Saka. Saka was moving spicy over there, fam. You know what I'm saying, yeah? And Peps was on the left, yeah? But when Peps was on the left, Cedric was on the left. And he showed his best football. And then when Pepe went on the right with Cedric again, he was moving spicy again. And I know Saka can play with Tierney. I don't think Pepe and Tierney had that. I think Cedric suits Pepe more. So I'm going to play Pepe on the right, Saka on the left. And yeah. You see up front now, yeah? Again. Yeah. Yeah, fam. Yeah, Orba.
Okay.
You know what it is? I like Laka. I think Laka's a better footballer than Orba. But you know what?
Why you say his name like that, bro? What's Oba, bro? Who's Oba? Abba. Oba.
All right, man. Whatever. Abba or whatever you want to, Obama, Blood Clot, Yang, Clanger Yang, whatever you want to call him, yeah? Bambi, whatever. I don't mind, fam. I'm saying I play a Bamiyang, and that's just because I know that he's got a goal in him. But yeah, ideally I'd play Laka if Laka was. Yeah, but I play a Bamiyang. Yeah, that's me. That's me. That's me. So, Pepe, Saka, Erdegaard, Aubameyang.
Yeah,
that's strong team still. What about you?
Yeah, it's not too dissimilar from you, man. You know, I mean, in goal, Leno, obviously, left back, Tierney, centre back. I would keep Mari. You know, I'll keep Mari and Luiz in there just for the continuity, because against Burnley, I don't think them man did anything wrong. You get me? They didn't do nothing wrong. Mari's body. I ain't really seen Mari make hardly any mistakes, brother. Apart from that left one that was debatable, he's been pretty solid. So it'd be unfair to take him out, I think. And Gabriel, in his last game against Benfica, he was moving a bit mad. That's probably his worst game, though. So I thought I'll leave him out for this one. Right back, Cedric. Centre mids, obviously, Partey. And then...
Go on, say it. Go on.
It was mad. Man's been ripping him. I can't start him in there.
Go on, lay it out.
Why, yeah? Let me say why I can't start Xhaka in there.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving now, fam. You know that.
No, you know why I can't start Xhaka, yeah? Because I want him to get eased out the team, and I think this is a good opportunity for us to just leave him out, play well, and then move on with someone else, innit? So I'd have to play the flipping Ceballos, but even though Ceballos for me, bro, we've had this conversation already, fam. He's the most un-Spanish Spanish player I've ever seen, bro. He's the un-Spanish. You know, in Game of Thrones, he got the unsullied. He's the un-Spanish route, but that man there, bro, he's got no ball. He doesn't do anything, bro.
No ball retention.
When he's in there, like he gets the ball, he wants
no ball retention.
Bro, he's got no pictures, no ideas, bro. He wants to dribble with like too much, and I don't like him in there. But through the rest of the midfield's dead. He's got to be in there, so I'll start him and Partey. It's mad because Partey played in Spain, yeah, and I think Partey is more Spanish than Ceballos.
Mad, isn't it? No, it's actually mad.
He's more cultured. You get me? On the left, I'd have I would start Pepe, and then centre Odegaard.
So what? On the left, you'll start Pepe.
Yeah, on the left, man. Only because on the right.
So that what Pepe and Tierney, yeah.
Yeah. I think Tierney can help him. The reason why, yeah, because I know Pepe likes the ball to his feet, yeah, but because Tierney bombs on, overlaps, he will take the other defender away in it. So then that will give Pepe space. Does that make sense?
Right.
Like, when Pepe's got his ball to feet, so it's not. He won't be 2-on-1. Because Tierney will drive the other defender away, so Pepe will get that 1-on-1, and he's been doing it right on the left. So I'll put him on the left. Odegaard's in the middle, even though Odegaard, for me, he didn't do much against Burnley. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I expected more from him, especially the way our goal came, when Partey got it from Leno and then gave it to Willian in between the lines. How we scored that goal, there was space in between the lines, isn't it? So I expected to see Odegaard collecting the ball a lot more than he was in the game, because they play like a rigid 4-4-2, innit? They play 2 backs of 4 and the 2 up top, so they ain't got no DM. So there's space there for Odegaard to operate in those areas. That makes sense against Burnley. Yeah, but he wasn't doing that against Burnley. So I don't think he had his best game personally. He wasn't dead, but he didn't really affect it in the attacking areas that like he normally can. But I'll still play him anyway. And then I'll put Abra up top, only because he's one of the man. He's a streaky man, isn't it? And because he's in goal scoring form right now, just keep him in there, and hopefully he can make up for that. Because we didn't even talk about that big chance he missed last year against them, bro. In the last kick of the game.
They want to talk about it. They want to talk about
it. Of the game, bro.
That's what he's on, though. That's what he's on.
Talking about it. That's
he's got some fire in his belly, bro, and he wants to.
He wants to right it. He wants to right his wrongs.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm hoping. So yeah. So Abra up top. That's what I'll go with, bro. But yeah, knowing Arteta on Thursday, we'll see a whole different lineup, bro.
Hopefully, either way, what's your match predictions?
Score wise,
over the tie, like the
over the tie. I think we go through comfortably, man. Go through comfortably.
And then the goal, and then the result for the game.
Thursday, I want to say 2-0. 2-0 on Thursday.
2-0.
Do you know one thing I don't get? Do you know one thing I don't get? This whole thing about because you see, obviously we've got the advantage because we play at home in the second leg. Oh,
it's not an advantage. We're not playing at home.
You know that? Say again?
Huh? We're not playing at home.
No, not home, but you know, like it's called home, innit?
Yeah.
I've always thought, that if you play at home in the first leg, that'll be an advantage. Because the second leg, that's when you go all out, innit? You go all out to win in the second leg. So, and then that's when away goals really count the most, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But away goals can count in the first leg as well. Then,
they count as well, yeah.
But then they determine, like the other team, it also determines. There's another factor where if the away team in the first leg get a goal, then it kind of determines how they play for the second leg. So they might not go all out because they might need to chill out and let the other team come at them, if you know what I'm saying.
True. Yeah.
Whereas, like, if you're the home team and you know you win the first leg without conceding, you can also chill in the second leg and let the other team come at you and just pick them off. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like Mita, what was your predictions? I don't think you got your predictions.
2-1 first leg. And I would say 2-1 second leg. I reckon win 4-2 in aggregate.
Okay, 4-2. Yeah. So I've gone. Did you say your the second leg?
The overall, no, second leg. I say 3-1.
3-1. Yeah. So that's 5-1 aggregate.
Yeah.
And then Mita's gone 4-2 aggregate. I've gone 4-1 aggregate.
Yeah. Hold on. I should write that down, fam.
This shit's gonna be funny.
Let me write that down.
Bro, man, setting ourselves up for you know what already, but I'm never gonna say.
Hold on. So I'm going 2-0 and then 3-1, 5-1. S, what you going?
I'm going 2-1 and then 2-1 and then 2-0.
And then 2-0.
4-1.
What?
Mia's gone 2-1, 2-1.
2-1, 2-1, yeah.
4-2.
4-2. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna see still. We're gonna see. And what do you, man, think, like, in terms of like actually winning the Europa League? Are you confident that we can actually win the thing?
Boy, have you seen the teams in there?
You know, let's take one step at a time.
Bro, the teams in there is mad. It's like Champions League, bro. Like, actually, it's weird, yeah. I think Europa this season, yeah, is equally as valuable in terms of like repertoire as valuable as the Champions League. Obviously, Champions League is Champions League, but the teams are in there. Like, it's actually, if I was a neutral, I'm watching both of them with the same eye. If you know what I'm saying, I'm not looking down on Europa. Do you get what I'm saying?
There's a lot of teams in Europa this year that have Champions League credentials.
Candidates.
That's why, yeah.
And you know, this might be a good run for us to see how we will fare against the supposed Champions League teams before we get into it. Whenever we get into it, do you know what I'm saying?
If I'm being real, yeah, the only teams that I can see actually going head to win this thing, obviously AC Milan and Man United is a big game, so I think the winner of those two will be a contender. Spurs have got an easy tie in it, so I think they'll go through. And then obviously Mourinho's got the know-how, but I think Rangers could be a dark horse, you know.
All right, bring them.
I think Rangers.
Actually wanted.
That's the type of team that'll beat Arsenal. Rangers. Bro, that's the type of team that'll beat Arsenal.
They're unbeaten all league, fam. Like in the league,
they're industrious.
Yeah. Teams, and that's what I'm saying. Teams that work hard. If Arsenal got Rangers, I'd be a bit on edge. I think we could. Obviously, I believe we can beat them. But that type of team that works hard, in your face, all of that, we don't like them teams there.
Yeah.
That would be the tie. That would be the tie where you might feel like, oh, you're meant to beat them.
To be honest, though, bro. Like, to be honest, what team do we like, bro? Like, bro, nothing is certain with this team, bro. Nothing is certain, bro. Like, you should beat this team, you don't. This team you might lose to, you beat them. Like, what is, like, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But either way, like, I hope this is the year that we actually do something in Europe. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the year, and Arteta can do that. Then he's gonna win over a lot of fans, myself included. Do you know what I'm saying? Because FA Cups, we do FA Cups, but Europe, it will be the first. But it would have surpassed Wenger. Wenger never won a European Cup. You know, and he's our greatest manager. And if you can do that, then I think it's the first time since George Graham. Do you know what I'm saying? Since 1994. So if you can do, how many years is 94? 26 years.
Yeah.
Might have to give him, if he brings that home, then bruv, man's calling off the Arteta out. Period. Yeah. man's giving him the chance. Period.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And then we sneak into Champions League that door. Then yeah, but that then turns into a successful season, a very, very, very successful season.
No, I agree. Well, boy, it's going to be an interesting game. Obviously, we'll see what happens Thursday. We've got our predictions. So hopefully, all our predictions come right in it because we're all saying win. So that would be good. You get me? Yeah, but yeah, boy, this is coming up to an hour now. So we end it here. Everyone watching, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe and all that, and hit up Stricto, hit up Meter. You got anything to say before we go?
Come on, Arsenal.
Some call me guy.
It's awesome.
You man on your own with that one, fam. Honestly, I win. But yeah. All right. You man.
But yeah, now, make sure you follow me at BH_Stricto, Meter from South, and at Unruly Gooner. You know, the socials, hit us up on there, man. Like, we show love to everyone every day. So that's what it is. That's me.
Man. Yeah, man, boy, link up again, man. Respect.